என்ன ಮಕ್ಕಳಪ್ಪ ಇವ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ. Good morning. Good morning, all. Is screen and voice is audible? Screen and voice is audible. So kindly fill the attendance here. Everyone fill their attendance. using this particular link. Shall I start the class? Shall I start? People keep coming. Okay. So in the yesterday class, so in the last class, what we have seen, we have gone with this particular program, right? So what is the program we've gone with? That is printing the address in terms of %p and %u. So you all got understood this particular program, right? So %p, what it will be used? It will be used for hexadecimal address. %u is used for decimal address. Okay. So now you come for the next contents. So in the next contents, we will be saying all these topics. So those are review of structure and unions. You have studied this particular structure and unions in the last, I think so. So in the first year CCP. So you have studied what is structure and what is unions. So now you go with the array of structure and sorting array of structure with pointers. Okay. So these are all the concepts we will be discussing in today's class. Okay. So now you come for the next one. So coming for the contents, first you will go with a review of structure and unions. Okay. So what is a structure and what is the union and what are their differences we shall see. So first you come for the first point. So what the structure will consist of? Structure are used to represent a record. So they are used to represent record. A structure can contain the elements of different data types. For example, int, char, float, double, etc. So structure will consist of three parameters. One is structure A, so that is one is structure name, second one is structure variables, third one is structure members. So I think you will be familiar with these three things. Do you remember that particular things? So what is the structure name? What is structure members? What is structure variables? So do you remember? I want the answer. So now I will teach you each and everything. Now you see, just you will revise. Okay. So I will tell you what is structure name, structure member, structure variable. Okay. So now according to me, so what is the structure? It contains the elements. So elements are nothing but structure members of different data types. That is in float, char, and it may also contain an array as its member. So keep it remember. So structure may contain elements, and that elements we consider it as structure member. Okay. A structure is a derived data type that allows a group of related variables to be treated as single. There will be a group. Inside that group, there are so many variables of different data types. So they are treated as single unit instead of separate entities. Understanding? So first you come for this example. What is this struct? Struct is the keyword. What is student? Student is the structure name. Next, what you give? Int roll number is of integer data type, name is of character data type, and marks is of integer data type. There are three members. So these are called elements. Elements of the structure are role, next you have name, next you have marks, which are of different data types. So, but all these elements are of same, are the elements of this particular structure. So once you finish, so that means how many students are there. So each student will have their roll number, each student will have their roll number, name and marks. Okay, so how many students are there? Okay, so in your class there are 60 students. Okay, so for that you can take it as, here you see that is the 60 students are nothing but 6 variables. So okay, so kindly understand, student is a structure name. What are your attributes? Your roll number, your name, your marks, all that are called as a structure elements or structure members. So how many students are there? Suppose there are 60 students. So those are called as a structure variables. Because for each student there will be a unique roll number, there will be a unique name, and marks may be same or different. Understood? So for that I am taking here struct student. So struct student S1 comma S2. So struct student S1 comma S2 comma S60. So if it is only one student, you can give it as S1. So always remember that. So what you have started your structure, flower bracket open, it is going to close it here. So once the structure is ended, you see here there is a semicolon here. Semicolon will mark the end. Semicolon will mark the end of that particular structure. Once you, so what the structure is consisting up to here? So up to here it is consisting of structure elements along with a structure name. Is the variables are there inside the structure? No, there are outside the structure. For that purpose, as you declaring the variables outside the structure, so you are giving it in this name, struct student. So what is student? It is a structure name. If it is only one student, you can take it as S1. If you have two students, you can take it with the S2. And if you are n number of 60 number of students, then you can go with S of 60. Understanding? So data of one structure variable can easily copy to another structure variable. So that means suppose if you are given the value to S2, so S2 roll number and S2 name, S2 marks. So everything can be copied to another variable S4. Like this is the syntax. Understood? So this is the review of structure. So have you understood this particular thing? Understood what is got understood this particular basic structure thing? What about remaining people? Only half of the people are present here. Okay. So now you see here, now I will tell what are all the things. So inside the student, what are this? Inside the student, these are the contents. So here we are having role. So many chat. Okay, good response. So first you are having role. What is role? It is a structure member. It is a element. So similarly name, it is a structure member. Similarly marks, it is a structure member. And for each one you are giving the values, right? So this is of student S1, this is of student S2, this is of student S3, and this is for student S4. So for all this, so these are called as a structure variable values. So for structure variable is S1, S2, S3, S4. For each structure variable, there will be a values, and these values are this one. Understood? So now you come for the next topic. So next topic that we have seen is array of structures. So array of structures that we will see here. So go for this particular example. Okay. So now I have told you what is structure name and what are structure variables and what is the structure members. So can you tell now? So according to now, you have to answer me. So so I am going to ask you a question. Kindly answer here. So in the first, instruct student. So in this example, what are the members, structure members? Kindly, you have to answer here. So there are so examples, right? So both are same example only, but which are the structure members? So kindly, anybody can chat in the group chat now. Soon, I want role name marks. Role name marks. Okay. Enter role. Marks name role. Okay. So now it's okay. Now you come for this particular concept, array of structures. So inside the structure, you should make use of array. So what is an array? It should open with square brackets and it should end with square brackets. So it can be inside the structure or it can be outside the structure also. Okay. So for that particular thing, so it can be inside the structure or outside the structure for that particular thing. So now you see here. So what is the structure name? Student is a structure name. So here you are going int role. Okay, int role, char name of 30. What is this 30? So 30 is number of characters the name variable should take. So name is a member. For that member, you have to give how many characters it should take. So that means here we are making use of array. So array within the structure is called as a array of structure. Understanding? So you can use structure in structure member as well as structure variable. Actually, there are three components: structure name, structure member, structure variable. So in name and all, you can't use array, but you can use it in structure member and structure variable. Okay, so where is the structure member and where is the structure variable? We shall see now. So here you see, so this part is structure member. So inside the structure member, you are having this array. Okay, so this is also called array within the structure. So come for the structure variable here. So after the flower bracket, before the structure is ending here, you can give the structure variable also. So here we are giving a structure variable inside. So structure variable within the structure, because the structure will end only after the semicolon. So at that time here you see you are going to give the value within the structure. Understanding? So now you come for the second example. Same thing. Student is a structure name, roll number, name of 30, int marks you have taken. But what is the change you are having? You are declaring a structure variable outside the structure. So keep in your mind, here you are after the flower bracket, before semicolon you have given structure variable s of 60. So if you want to declare outside the structure, so you have to declare like struct student again s of 60. Understanding? So now you come for this part. So coming for this part, you see here. So struct student you are having. So now int roll number you have taken. So next you have taken char name of 30. So int papers of 6. So int papers of 6 you have taken. So now you see I have given struct student s1 comma s2. So is this correct? Is this correct or not? So I want the answer. Go with the first one, go with the second one, and see the third one. So is this correct? Correct. Only one? Okay. Okay, you are good. So, but I have given here, this is not array of structure. This is not array of structure. Is it correct? Justify your answer. So just compare what you can get. You are coming now. So yes, tell me, is it correct? I'm telling it, it is not an array of structure. Correct or wrong? So okay, those who have it's 10:20 now. So those who have not filled their attendance, you can fill it again. It will store the value of only 2 members. Why not the third member? Why not the third member? So you are telling it will store only for 2. Anybody can tell? Uh, no. Okay, I will tell. It is running out of time. So compare both the two things. So this one is actually an array of structure. There, so, but I have given it as it is not an array of structure, but actually it is an array of structure only, because inside the structure you are getting an array. Okay, so this one, but the things are, so you are defining a structure variable outside the structure. So this is array within the structure. Okay, so s1 dot roll number, s1 dot name, s1 dot paper. Similarly, s2 dot roll, s2 dot name, s2 dot papers. So there you are going to give the values. Understood? So this is array of structures. So understood, variable within the structure, variable outside the structure. So understood this particular programs. Kindly raise your hands if you have understood. Okay. So next part, you come for the next thing, sorting array of structures. So array of structures. So how you are going to sort, that we will see it here. Sorting array of structures. So I've already gone with 3 things. So which are the sorting techniques? Can you name the sorting techniques? Name the sorting techniques. Linear. Linear, any sorting, linear sort is there or linear search is there? Mr. Sharath ND. Bubble sort. Next. Only one. Only one sort. Selection sort. Okay. Only 2 sort. There are so many sort. Okay. Bubble and selection. Now you come for this particular program. So there are so many sorting array of structure. How you are going to sort? You are going to sort using the bubble sort technique. So keep that one in your mind. So you are sorting using bubble sort technique. So you know how to sort using bubble sort, right? So using the temporary variable, you are going to sort the elements. So first you start with a structure. Take one structure. So what is the structure? So that is struct student. Inside that student is a structure name. Then you go with the roll number. So that we have taken it as roll. Int roll. It is a structure member. Next char name of 20. So keep in your mind name of 20. What is this 20? So 20 is the size of that particular name what you can give. So it is array within the structure. Okay, so next you come for the int marks, and finally after that now you are having structure variable. How many structure variables are there? So your maximum you have gone with a 60 structure variable. So this is called array of structure. keep in your mind, this is array of structure because there is a structure member of 20 characters inside student structure. Also a structure variable which takes 60 student values inside the structure. So this is first. Here you are having the array for both structure member as well as structure variable. So now you come for the main function. You have to read each and every record and sort it. Okay, that is the only chance. So first you go with the total number of students. So as you are going for a sort, so sorting first you have to go with X and Y. Okay, sort two elements. So first element is X, second element is Y. So struct student, I will be taking it as temp. Okay, so first how many students? So that will be the n value. So how many students are there? So scan using the value, that is %d ampersand n, because n is of integer data type. So go with %d ampersand n. So next you start entering the values one by one. So you have to start with first student value. So that is first record is 0, x less than n, x plus plus. So next you go with printf, enter roll number, name, marks for the student %d. So keep in your mind. So if you're starting with 0, you are inserting the record for first element. So you are inserting the record for first element. So that is x plus 1. So how you read the values? So structure, how you read? So how many values are there? So that is you have taken it as x. So first record is s of 0, s of 1, s of 2, s of 3. It will go with s of what is the range? So you are going with s of 0 up to so s of 59, because here you have taken how many students? It is s of 60. So you are starting with s of 0 up to s of 59. Okay, so for each one you have to give. So s of 0 dot roll number, s of 0 dot name, s of 0 dot name marks. Similarly up to s of 59. What is the 59? It is the n value. Okay, so now you come for scanf. So under scanf you are going with %d. So %d for roll number, %s for name, %d for marks. So for that you have to giving like s of x dot roll, comma s of x dot name, comma s of x dot marks. So this is the syntax for giving the values for each structure variable. So once you give all the values, what is to be done? You have to sort. So how you are going to sort? Now you start here, the sorting will start here. So according to bubble sort, where the x will start and where the y will start. So now it's your question part. So according to bubble sort, x is equal to where and y is equal to where. So kindly answer here. Where the x will start and where the y will start. X will start from where and Y will start from where? You have gone with the bubble sort techniques, right? Tell me. Don't see her. That is a small change is done there. Though that one is not correct. So kindly tell what is X and Y value. Soon. Are you people there? Can raise your hands if you are there. X is equal. Rajat, this. You have given 0, whether it is for X or Y. Nobody is there. No one. X is equal to 0. Y is equal to where the X will start and where the X will stop. last 10 minutes, kindly, sorry, you are copying there. So first you see here, I will tell you again. So first, if you have not known with the concepts, so first see here, while sorting, first element will be x and next element will be the y. So keep in your mind, what is x value? X value is equal to 0. X is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. Depends on me, you are correct. So initially you see here, I will tell you, so x is equal to 0 and so you say, and x will end at, so y will be the next position. So see here, you can take it y is equal to x plus 1. Okay. So when you place here x plus 1, this part can be gone. So keep this one in your mind. X will start with 0, y will start with x plus 1. Okay. So where the x will end one position before the last element. So x minus 1 only. So where the y will end, so as you put x plus 1 this side, so here you will end with n. Understood? So if you put 0, then it will go x minus 1. Okay. So that is the only concept. So, but this will be the very easy logic. X will be at 0, y will be at next element after x, that is x plus 1. So x will end at last but one position, y will end at last position. Keep on incrementing. Okay. So now as you are inside while loop, so now you have to check for each and everything. So you are sorting the thing according to marks. Okay. So you are sorting according to your marks. So for that, how you are going to take? So if s of y dot marks is less than s of y plus 1 dot marks. So is this correct? So when you will go with a sorting technique, when first element is lesser than second element or first element is greater than second element. So when you will go with the sorting, x less than y or x greater than y, you go with sorting. Kindly answer it here soon. Can you tell? Anybody? No. If first element is greater than, here you see, so I am telling you greater. Okay. So here you see there is a small change. I thought you will notice, but you didn't notice. S of y dot marks is greater than s of y plus 1 dot marks. At that time you are going to change this. So how you are going to interchange? By using the temporary variable. So for that, temp is equal, first you move the contents of first element. What is the first element? Is s of y. Second element is s of y plus 1. S of y is moved to temp. Now s of y is made empty. Now move the contents of s of y plus 1 to s of y. So move the contents of s of y plus 1 to s of y. So now s of y will contain what? The lesser marks. Now you move the temp value to s of y plus 1. Understood? So that will be the concept. Same logic of bubble sort. So finally you are going with printing the roll number, name and marks. So printing the roll number, name and marks, you see here. So for x is equal to 0. So same thing, percent 5d, percent 20s, percent 5d. So can you tell what is percent 5d? We have gone with a format specifier, right? You tell me what is percent 5d? What is percent 5d? What is percent 5d? What it will do? Okay, 5 numbers are after decimal point. So no roll number, it is a integer. Okay, so roll number is a integer, it will not go. Okay, so it will digit up to 5 digits. Now after, so for first 5 digits you can go with percent 5d. Next percent 20s. So 20s, leave the 20 space characters and print your name. So see here, this will be the output. After 555, you are having this much space. So this much space will represent %20s, leave 20 space and then you print. Next again, leave %5d, you'll again go with the 5 digits. So for printing, s of x dot row, s of x dot name, s of x dot marks. So this now you come for the output part. So how many students? 4 students. So first student, so roll number, name, marks. So all the 4 students are taken. Finally, we are printing with roll number, name and marks. Now you see, according to marks, you are sorting. Because you have taken s of y dot marks is greater than s of y plus 1. Actually, it was lesser. So when s of y is less, if you put lesser here, it will print in descending order. If you put greater here, it will print in ascending order. Understanding? So keep in your mind what will happen if you put lesser or greater. So when you put greater here, so what it will put? So you will sort according to ascending order. If you put lesser here, what it will print? So it will print in descending order. So see the marks, it is in terms of 85, 77, 65 and 45. Understood? So this is the program of printing the array of structure. Very, very important concepts. Understood? Understood this particular concept? Yes? Kindly respond. Understood? Okay. So that is up to arrays. So content part. So come for again the contents. You have finished with structure union, array of structure, sorting array of structure. Now you come for the new concept, that is pointer. Okay. So what is the pointer? Now you see. So as you all know what is pointer. Pointer is a variable which contains the address of another variable. Okay, so what is a pointer? It is a variable which contains the address of another variable. Understood? So value can be located by address. For example, if there is n is equal to 20, it is a variable. Star p is a pointer variable. What the pointer variable will contain? It will contain the address of another variable. Address is ampersand and another variable is n. So, but the thing is, both the pointer variable and this another variable should come under same data type. That is the only condition. Pointer variable as well as another variable should be of same data type. So now you come for the concept. So int a of phi is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 star p. So what is this? P is equal to a. So what the p will contain? So I have given it as p is equal to a. So whether it will contain all the 5 elements values or what? So I want this particular answer. So whether it contains only the first variable address or it will contain all 5 addresses, 5 element address. So what the p is equal to a will tell. So kindly tell me what is p is equal to a. P is equal to a is what? What it contains. P is a pointer variable. It contains the address. But the thing is whether it will contain all the 5 element address or it will contain only 1 element address. No? Okay. Okay, I will discuss the same thing in tomorrow's class. Okay, so it is having less time. So those who have not filled their attendance, kindly fill it soon. So I think you all understood all concepts. Thank you all. So thank you for being in the class. So meet in tomorrow's class. Thank you. Bye.